So I'm finally doing some smash burgers on the channel. Now I've done smash burgers plenty of times. It is one of my favorite things to cook. The reason I haven't done a video on it is because I know there's so many smash burger videos out there and my channel is mostly a smoking channel. But I know a lot of people who have a smoker also have a griddle, and I recently did a video where I totally refurbished my griddle so it is ready to cook. And I found an awesome recipe for some smash burgers that I want to show you guys, and it's actually more of a patty melt than a smash burger, but these things are going to be good. Now if you want to see the video on how I refurbished my griddle top, I will leave a link down below. But let's go ahead and jump right into these smash burgers. Alright, so it's pretty simple what you're going to need for ingredients. You're going to need some ground beef, and I usually like to use my brisket trim. It makes the best smash burgers. Now I was at the store and I saw this Wagyu ground beef, so I have to give this a try and see how these come out. I also have some thinly shredded onions here. Just do this on the mandolin and it'll come out perfect. Now along with that, you're just gonna need some salt, pepper, cheese, and buns. Let's go ahead and get this ground beef opened up. Now this is 1 pound of beef, and I'm gonna make it into 4 patties. So just break that in half, and then break the halves in half. That is it. Now just roll these into a ball. Usual smash burger routine. I'm sure if you have seen it, you know how this works. Now I said this is more like a patty melt. If you don't know what a patty melt is, it is basically a grilled cheese burger. You still use a burger bun, but you flip it inside out and it ends up looking like a grilled cheese. And you will see exactly what I mean when we finish these off. So just try and get these all to be about the same size. If one of them is a little smaller than the other, just take a little bit off. If you want to be super precise, you can bust the scale out, but I just eyeball it. It'll be fine. And I can tell that this is going to be very fatty. Just what you want in a smash burger. If you're not using Wagyu, at least get some 80/20. But like I said, brisket trim works fantastic, and that's usually what I always use. And I'll probably do a brisket smash burger video in the future. Now that my griddle is tip-top shape, I'm probably gonna be doing a few griddle videos. All right, so that's all you gotta do. Let's head over to the griddle and we'll start cooking these up. All right, so I got the griddle on medium heat. Now I like to just go on with a little bit of beef tallow here. Just spread it all over the whole griddle top. Now just throw those balls down. Then get a handful of onions onto each one. Don't worry if they're messy. I get some parchment paper and then just give these a smash. All right, now we're just gonna let these cook, get nice and crispy on the bottom. And you can still see they're kind of thick. I didn't do a complete smash burger style. I wanted a little bit of thickness to these. Don't worry about all the extra onions. Those are just adding beautiful flavor. All right, now's a good time to go in with a little salt and pepper. A little windy. All right, once some of the onions cook around the edge, I like to just kind of get them back up onto the burger. All right, let's go ahead and give these a flip now. Beautiful. Now that they're flipped, a little more salt and pepper. Now cheese. I've got some Munster cheese. This stuff is nice and creamy. And I'm going to go with 2 slices on each of these. Now I'm going to get my lid on and let that cheese melt, probably about a minute. All right, so it's been a couple minutes. This cheese has melted perfectly. Now you can see the Munster melts nice and slowly. That's why I like using it for something like this. But just check these things out. Beautiful Smashburger patties. Look at all the nice crispy onions on there. Ooh, these are going to be good. So let's get to the patty melt phase. Now you're gonna need a hamburger bun. But what we're gonna do, flip it inside out. You're gonna take the top, put it like that. Take the bottom, put it like that. Same thing with the other ones. Now pretty simple. Flip this over. Get those onions. Now get your other one, put that right on top of there. And then give that a smash. You want this to be like a grilled cheese. Do the same thing with this one. Then we'll just let that toast up a little bit. You can see all the juice in the bottom. It's just going to be absolutely delicious. All right, it shouldn't take long. Just give it a peek. Give it a little longer, I think. But it's getting there. Oh, that's going to be so good. I haven't had a patty melt in so long. All right, I think these are ready. Let's give them a flip. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And same thing. Make sure you give it a nice press. Amazing. Just check these things out. Nice, beautiful grilled cheese-like crust. And you don't want these to be nice and perfect, because see where that cheese all came out? It's nice and crispy. Oh yeah, little bits of onion on there. These things are going to be so good. Oh yeah. All right, so again, not too long, just a few minutes. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna shut this heat off and we'll get these off. And check that out. That is a patty melt Smashburger. Let's give this a try. All right, there we go. Super simple Smashburger recipe. More like a patty melt, like I said. This thing smells fantastic. The cooked onion, this crispy cheese, I mean, come on. I gotta give this a try. But before I do, just check this thing out. Like I said, look at that nice crispy cheese on there. 2 thick patties. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Now, no sauce right now, but this would be great with some ketchup, mustard, or some sort of burger sauce that you make. But I'm gonna go ahead and just try this, no sauce, and we're gonna see how it came out. And you can see that Wagyu beef is super juicy. Oh yeah, let me give this a bite. Right off the bat, you get all the great crispy onion flavor. The Munster cheese is really the way to go because it holds together under the heat. It still gets nice and melty, but it doesn't completely disappear. Sometimes when you use an American cheese, you'll find it completely melts away. This Munster cheese really holds up, and I love the flavor on it. Now you just got to be careful because mustard cheese can be a little salty, so just be aware of that. But I'd say with no sauce, this is absolutely delicious. Now burger sauce is going to make this a little bit better. It is super juicy because of that Wagyu ground beef. First time trying it, I highly suggest if you are trying to go a little bit above and beyond with something with ground beef, go ahead and get that Wagyu beef. It is super delicious. But I really just can't get enough of the nice oniony flavor on this. The crispy bun on here is very reminiscent of a grilled cheese, and this is exactly what a patty melt is. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, and I'm going to put a link to everything I like to use in my videos down below, so be sure to check that out. Now, I'm definitely planning on doing more griddle cooks because this was super fun, so if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you can do that right over here. And if you want to see another barbecue video by me, you can check this one out over here. But most importantly, get out there and cook something good.